Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about Harley Quinn Book 4. We can't be Issue 4. It's got to be Book 4. Busy cover. There's a lot going on here. This actually looks kind of like a movie poster, which really is kind of appropriate because of what's going on here. And you're like, what do you mean? Well, we got this dude, the producer, whatever he's called, and he's got the starlet, and they're going around killing old movie stars. Weird gimmick. But it is like a Batman story and Batman villains. Oh Lord, let's not talk about some of their gimmicks because some of those gimmicks are just whatever. Doesn't matter, Calendar Man. I'm just saying, Calendar Man. Um, so we start off. Harley goes to talk to Bruce, and this is an interesting retcon they threw in. So apparently, when Jack Napier got turned into the Joker, fell into the pit of acid and all that stuff, that was because he was basically covering for the fact that Harley, his psychiatrist, was there in the wings watching the whole thing unfold, which that's a weird retcon. I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of sense, you know? But I guess it kind of is what it is, right? Let me flip forward a little bit here, just like flip over page. Like you can see, there she is in a goofy outfit. There's Jack, and he actually transforms a little bit. Like up here, clearly looking like who? The Joker. Down here, looking like Jack Napier. He falls in the pit of acid, gets his skin bleached, and all that kind of stuff. And it's actually a pretty good retelling of that right there, man. Probably one of the problems though is when you retell something or you reference something like that, you can get in a situation where you're making people think of a better story than your story. A good example of that is if you've ever seen the movie Overdrawn at the Memory Bank with Raul Julia, who is a highlight of the movie. Although the guy that's pretending to be Sidney Greenstreet, he does a fantastic job in that movie too. But the movie itself is mostly pretty forgettable stuff. But it commits the cardinal crime of cinema. It makes you think of a better movie. Namely, it makes you think of Casablanca, because that's what it's kind of ripping off. So it makes you think of like a much better movie than it is. You should never do that. And so by doing this, showing him falling into the vat of acid and all that kind of stuff, man, I just watched Tim Burton's Batman movie like 2-3 weeks ago. So it's relatively fresh in my mind. And when I was reading through this stuff, I was just thinking, man, I actually would rather be watching that movie than reading this book. Which is to say that the book is bad, because I'm comparing it to like one of the great classics of, superhero cinema. Like the 1988 or 87, whenever it came out, Batman is just a great movie. So we get this weird retcon that I don't really understand the purpose of. And then we get back to their scheme. And I really don't understand the purpose of the scheme. Like, the dude wants to put together, like, a new wave of crime with new villains and stuff. And she's kind of the way into that. He chews her out. And there's some really great stuff here. I really like her face in these panels. She has these great facial expressions in every one of these panels. Then she goes to, oh boy, let's see. Harley goes to, I think, this theater or the shop where some of the film came from or something like that. She's like breaking in, and the FBI guy, who's the son of the movie star lady, he also breaks in, and stuff happens, and there are shenanigans, and it's all kind of cool. But if I really talk about any of that stuff, I'm going to spoil the book, and it's all like towards the end of the book too. So the big plotty stuff all comes later in the book, and I really don't want to spoil like the end of the book for you, so I can't talk too much about it. Hence why we were looking at some of this earlier stuff. So there's a weird retcon, a plan that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but you know, it's a Batman villain, so their plans don't make sense anyway. And then some cool stuff happens that I can't talk to you about. And that's the book. I had fun reading it. The book looks good. It read well. It read pretty fast. The production values, this cover is nice cardstock. Unlike a lot of these covers, it's not like permanently like floating way up or curving or anything. Even after I've read it like 2 times, so it's got that going for it. Nice book. I'm looking forward to the next issue. You all take care of yourselves. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And bye-bye. Just let's please stop retconning the past. We don't need more retcons, man. We do not need more retcons. Stop it.